Welcome to Dolphin Dive Daily, your go-to spot for everything Miami Dolphins. If you bleed aqua and orange, hit that subscribe button and join the pod. Miami Dolphins wide receiver Taj Washington is making waves as he pushes to reclaim his spot after a grueling year of injury rehab. Drafted in the 7th round of the 2024 NFL Draft, Washington's rookie season never materialized as he was sidelined before training camp due to a significant injury that landed him on injured reserve, forcing him to watch from the sidelines. Fast forward a full year, and Washington is showing signs that his recovery has not only been successful, but perhaps even transformative. In the preseason opener against the Chicago Bears, Washington showcased flashes of the talent that made him a standout at Memphis and USC. Observers were particularly struck by his ability to read defenses, adjust routes mid-flight, and secure the ball under pressure. This performance has sparked conversations around the league about the potential impact Washington could have if he continues on this trajectory and stays healthy throughout the season. In Sunday's preseason matchup against the Chicago Bears, Washington demonstrated that he has not lost a step, catching 3 passes for a total of 53 yards, including a highlight reel 34-yard reception that converted a crucial 3rd and long. The catch and run, delivered via quarterback Zach Wilson, drew attention from both fans and analysts for its combination of speed, route precision, and field vision. It was the kind of play that coaches dream about when envisioning a receiver, who can change the dynamic of a game in a single snap. Washington's performance wasn't just about the numbers, it was about the timing, the chemistry with the quarterback, and the confidence he exuded while making each catch. Coming off an entire season missed, the display revealed not just his physical recovery but also a renewed mental edge. Analysts noted that the fluidity of his movements and the decisiveness of his reads suggest that Washington has fully embraced the off-season work he committed to during rehab, setting a promising tone for the rest of the preseason. After a joint practice with the Detroit Lions, Washington reflected on the journey he has endured to get back on the field, emphasizing gratitude and focus. Just taking advantage of the opportunity, just putting that skill set on tape and being reactive and playing the game, he said, speaking candidly about the challenges of returning from injury. Washington stressed the countless hours of preparation and rehabilitation that occurred behind the scenes, highlighting how much work goes unseen by the public. He acknowledged the personal and physical sacrifices required to regain peak performance, framing his return not just as an athletic achievement, but as a deeply personal milestone. For Washington, stepping onto the field represents more than a chance to compete. It symbolizes resilience, determination, and a commitment to proving that he belongs among the league's rising talent, ready to seize any opportunity presented to him. Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel confirmed that Washington has caught the attention of both coaches and teammates, praising his work ethic and the quality of his plays on the field. "I think I saw some of his teammates really respond to both. His practice in the joint setting and really the game," McDaniel said, noting that Washington's presence energized the team. According to McDaniel, Washington's ability to execute precise routes and secure critical plays has already begun to establish him as a potential difference maker for Miami's offense. The coach emphasized that seeing a player translate rehab into performance serves as a morale booster for the entire roster, inspiring other athletes to elevate their own preparation. Observers noted that McDaniel's comments reflect a growing confidence in Washington's potential, suggesting that his contributions may not be limited to sporadic plays, but could expand to a more significant role as the season unfolds. Washington's collegiate career at USC further reinforces why analysts are optimistic about his professional prospects. During his final season with the Trojans, he led the team in receiving, hauling in 59 passes for an impressive 1,062 yards and scoring 8 touchdowns. His connection with quarterback Caleb Williams, the previous season's #1 draft pick, highlighted his ability to perform at a high level against elite competition. College coaches and scouts had long praised Washington's precise route, running, strong hands, and ability to create separation, skills that now appear to be translating into his professional career. Despite the setback of an injury, the foundation of his talent remains solid. Analysts point out that players with Washington's skill set often take time to adapt to the NFL, and his ability to produce meaningful plays during the preseason signals a smoother transition than expected. His pedigree suggests he could develop into a reliable offensive weapon if he continues his disciplined approach. The rehabilitation process Washington endured was both grueling and transformative, requiring relentless effort and mental toughness to overcome setbacks. McDaniel highlighted the importance of Washington's perseverance, noting that the hours spent in recovery laid the groundwork for his return to competitive form. All of those days, everybody sees the result. They see the catch, but they don't see the hours upon hours of work that goes into getting back on the field, McDaniel explained. Washington's commitment during rehab has inspired teammates, demonstrating the kind of focus and dedication that reinforces a culture of accountability and resilience within the Dolphins locker room. Observers argue that such dedication often translates into on-field performance, and early preseason evidence suggests Washington's work ethic is paying off. His story serves as a testament to the notion that talent alone is insufficient. Mental strength and discipline can often determine whether a player maximizes their potential in professional sports. While Washington has impressed in early appearances, he is still competing fiercely for a roster spot, highlighting the competitive nature of NFL depth charts. As the Dolphins consider keeping 5 or 6 receivers, Washington is fighting for a role that could determine the trajectory of his career. He understands that no spot is guaranteed and that he must consistently demonstrate value in practice, preseason games, and special teams contributions. This mindset reflects both humility and professionalism, characteristics that coaches value. As much as physical performance, analysts suggest that Washington's current trajectory positions him as a strong candidate to earn meaningful playing time, but only sustained performance will solidify his place. Every practice, every snap, and every route run becomes a proving ground, emphasizing the relentless evaluation NFL players face even after recovering from significant injuries. The challenges Washington faced last season were not only physical, but deeply emotional, testing his patience, resilience, and identity as a professional athlete. Reflecting on the period of recovery, Washington shared that enduring the downtime taught him lessons about gratitude, perseverance, and self-awareness. He described growing as both a player and a person, highlighting the setbacks often offer valuable perspective that can enhance long-term performance. Observers note that athletes who emerge from significant injuries with this level of maturity often develop stronger mental frameworks, enabling them to navigate the pressures of professional sports more effectively. For Washington, the combination of physical recovery and emotional growth appears to have resulted in a more balanced and confident player, prepared to face the demands of the NFL season with renewed focus and determination. Despite his strong showing, Washington acknowledges that both he and the Dolphins' receiving corps still have work to do. He noted that the team left potential plays on the field and that there are areas of execution requiring refinement. Washington emphasized the importance of continuous improvement, viewing every practice and game as an opportunity to elevate performance and prepare for the regular season. His perspective demonstrates a commitment to long-term success rather than short-term recognition, reflecting the professionalism that coaches prioritize. Analysts observing Miami's preseason practices noted that this level of self-awareness is a hallmark of players who can develop into consistent contributors rather than relying solely on flashes of talent. Washington's approach underscores a dedication to team success as much as individual achievement, reinforcing the idea that the Dolphins' offense may benefit from a more integrated and disciplined receiving unit. Looking ahead, Washington's trajectory remains promising, with coaches and teammates expressing optimism about his role in the Dolphins' offense. McDaniel's public praise and the attention Washington is receiving from analysts indicate that his preseason performances could serve as a springboard for meaningful contributions once the regular season begins. His journey from injury to impact serves as a narrative of resilience and perseverance, capturing the attention of both fans and sports commentators alike. If Washington continues to execute at a high level, maintains his health, and builds chemistry with his teammates, he has the potential to become a key offensive weapon for Miami. Beyond statistics and plays, his story exemplifies the broader NFL narrative of athletes overcoming adversity through discipline, focus, and determination, illustrating why Washington remains one of the Dolphins' most intriguing young talents to watch this season. Still, with us, then show some love. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments. What's your take on the Fins this week? A shocking revelation has emerged from the Miami Dolphins training camp, sending ripples through the NFL community. Defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver, known for his composed demeanor and strategic acumen, has allegedly made a startling claim that corruption exists within the Dolphins organization. This assertion has left fans and analysts alike questioning the integrity of the team's operations. While Weaver has not publicly confirmed these statements, the mere suggestion has ignited a firestorm of speculation. Sources close to the team report that Weaver's comments were made during a private meeting intended to address internal concerns. However, the contents of this meeting have reportedly been leaked, raising questions about the security of confidential discussions within the organization. The Dolphins front office has yet to issue an official response, but the implications of such allegations are profound. If substantiated, they could tarnish the team's reputation and undermine the trust of its fan base. The NFL community is now on edge, awaiting further developments in this unfolding saga. Anthony Weaver's tenure with the Dolphins has been marked by a commitment to defensive excellence. Under his guidance, the team has seen significant improvements in defensive metrics, including a top 5 ranking in total defense during the previous season. This success has elevated his status within the league, making his recent allegations all the more perplexing. Insiders suggest that Weaver's concerns may stem from frustrations over internal decision-making processes and resource allocation. However, without concrete evidence, these remain speculative. The Dolphins management has maintained a tight-lipped approach, neither confirming nor denying the existence of any corruption. This silence has only fueled the rumor mill, with various factions within the organization being scrutinized. Some analysts speculate that the alleged corruption could involve financial mismanagement, while others point to potential conflicts of interest affecting team operations. Regardless of the specifics, the mere hint of such issues casts a shadow over the team's future prospects. The Dolphins fan base, known for its passionate support, has reacted with a mix of disbelief and concern. Social media platforms have been abuzz with discussions as fans demand transparency and accountability from the organization's leadership. Many express loyalty to Weaver, praising his contributions to the team's defensive prowess. However, some question whether his allegations are a strategic move to leverage power or a genuine cry for reform. The lack of official statements from the Dolphins front office has left fans in a state of uncertainty, unsure of whom to trust. This situation underscores the delicate balance between team management and public perception, highlighting the importance of clear communication in maintaining stakeholder confidence. The NFL, as a governing body, faces its own set of challenges in addressing such allegations. While the league has protocols for investigating misconduct, the decentralized nature of team operations means that each organization is largely self-regulating. This autonomy can complicate efforts to ensure uniform standards across the league. In this case, the NFL may find itself in a position where it must intervene to uphold the integrity of the sport. However, any action taken would need to be based on verified information to avoid overstepping its jurisdiction. The league's response to this situation will likely set a precedent for how similar cases are handled in the future. Media outlets have seized upon this story, with investigative journalists delving into the Dolphins' financial records and organizational practices. While no concrete evidence of corruption has been uncovered, the scrutiny has intensified. Reports suggest that certain transactions and decisions are being examined more closely, particularly those involving high-profile contracts and player acquisitions. The media's role in bringing these issues to light is crucial, as it holds organizations accountable and informs the public. However, the line between investigative reporting and sensationalism is thin. and the potential for misinformation is ever present. As such, consumers of news must approach these developments with a critical eye, distinguishing between fact and speculation. Legal experts have weighed in on the potential ramifications of Weaver's allegations. If proven true, corruption within the Dolphins could lead to sanctions from the NFL, including fines, draft penalties, or even loss of franchise ownership. Such measures would not only affect the team's operations, but could also have broader implications for the league's governance and public image. The legal landscape surrounding sports organizations is complex, and navigating the potential fallout from these allegations will require careful consideration of both legal precedents and the league's policies. Stakeholders across the NFL are watching closely, as the outcome of this situation could influence future governance structures within the sport. In the meantime, Anthony Weaver continues his duties as defensive coordinator, though his relationship with the Dolphins management may be strained. Sources indicate that there have been closed-door meetings between Weaver and team executives aimed at addressing the concerns raised. However, details of these discussions remain confidential, leaving the public to speculate about their content and outcomes. The uncertainty surrounding these interactions adds to the tension as both parties navigate the complexities of internal politics and public scrutiny. Weaver's future with the team may depend on the resolution of these issues, as well as the organization's willingness to address the allegations transparently. The Dolphins' upcoming season is now clouded by these allegations. What was once a promising outlook has been overshadowed by questions about the team's internal operations. Players, coaches, and staff are reportedly on edge, unsure of how the situation will evolve and what impact it may have on their roles. Team morale could be affected if the allegations are not addressed promptly and effectively. The front office faces the challenge of restoring confidence among its stakeholders, requiring decisive action and clear communication. How the organization handles this crisis will be a testament to its leadership and commitment to integrity. As the situation develops, the NFL community remains vigilant. Fans, analysts, and officials alike are awaiting further information that could clarify the extent of the alleged corruption and its implications. The outcome of this case may influence perceptions of the Dolphins and set a precedent for how similar issues are handled in the future. In the meantime, Anthony Weaver's reputation hangs in the balance as he navigates the challenges of leading a defense while contending with the fallout from his controversial statements. The coming weeks will likely bring more clarity, but for now, uncertainty looms over the Miami Dolphins. In conclusion, the allegations of corruption within the Miami Dolphins, as purportedly revealed by Anthony Weaver, have cast a long shadow over the organization. While details remain scarce and the veracity of the claims unconfirmed, the mere suggestion has sparked widespread discussion and concern. The Dolphins management faces a critical juncture where transparency and accountability will be key to restoring trust and moving forward. As the situation unfolds, all eyes will be on the team to see how they address these serious allegations and what steps are taken to ensure the integrity of the organization. The future of the Dolphins, and perhaps the broader NFL community, may well depend on the actions taken in the coming days. That's a wrap for today's dive. If you're loving the content, share it with a fellow Dolphins fan, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a splash. Fins up.